good evening. This is John from Options Trading Pilot. Let's take a look at see what's happening in the market. Before we do that, I'm going to jump into our website just for a bit here. This is what we do. My business partner and I, Guillermo, Options Trading Pilot. We help people learn how to trade, and then we also post out our trades in almost real time. So what we try to do every day of the week during the business week is we trade stocks, mostly stock options, but we also do futures options, and crypto. And like I said, we post those out on Discord to our people that follow us. And so visit us out at this site. It tells us a little bit more about us. And then we also have some daily services too, where we can help you trade individually, or you can just come in and watch us trade as a group corporately. So let's take a look. Pretty ugly opening here Sunday night. Let's take a quick peek. So we have pretty ugly open tonight. Looks like we have interest rates going up, bond is down again, US dollar is up again. But here the NASDAQ futures are off 125 points, S&P is down 41, Dow futures are down 313, so pretty ugly open. And what we've been looking at is, here is the E-mini, the S&P, over the last few years. This is the last correction we had, or crash we had, whatever you want to call it, back in 2020. And then it's been on a pretty nice steady up move until we get to about January of this year, right in this area. And you can see that it's starting to break down. And so here at the end of the day, end of the month, end of the day, it's dropping lower and lower. And it doesn't really look like we have much support until we get to about 3,100. We're under 4,100. That was a really, that was the first limit that I was looking for. We're really under that today. And it has bounced from here a few times this year, but nothing with very much conviction. And it is under its 200, 10, and 30-day moving averages. So overall, the market's still fairly weak. So my next target, unless something else comes up, is around, let's call it 3,200 in that range. Guillermo can look at it and he'll have much more specifics on it. So some of the things, let's take a look to see what's trading. Bitcoin is again showing a lot of weakness. A little disappointed in my buddy Bitcoin. I really thought when it got right in this area again, 60,000 back in November, and we've just been, and then it raised its head just a little bit here at 46. I thought that was a good signal, but I wanted to wait to see, and sure enough, it's selling off. It's down almost 2,000 tonight at 34,000 even. We'll see what happens here. I'm a little more excited about Bitcoin than I am the stock indices at the moment. So what else do we have going on? Bond market. This continues to disappoint, honestly. I think that with the bonds selling off from 160 before the war with Ukraine, maybe even a little bit higher, but let's say 160, in this range, down to 136. That's a huge down move for the bonds. I don't remember a down move so dramatically, so fast. So I'm leaning a little long on long-term bonds through TLT, which is 20-year ETF, where ZB is the pure futures for the 30-year product. 30-year product, the ZB is much more efficient, I think, than the TLT, but TLT is a little bit easier for non-institutional traders. But ZB is a nice thing to trade in, but you can see where, I mean, it's at 136. So I'm still leaning long. I was leaning long a week ago on long-term bonds. I still am now, but it's very hard to be a buyer of bonds because they interest rates keep going up. So we'll see how that goes. This week, big earnings are pretty much down, are done. Some of the ones that we're looking at for this week, Duke Energy, we have Lordstown Motors, which is RIDE, AMC, and there's a few others on Monday. Oxy, be looking at that one for sure. CoinBase, COIN, I believe that coin is down. Seems like it's down about 80% from its high when it went public. Well, it's opened at, looks like it got up to almost 430. Now it's 103. So quite amazing fall for the coin business. So we'll see on that. Probably do some type of iron condor on that. We have Hyatt Hotels, Peloton. Oh yeah, Peloton's been a dumpster fire. Fortunately, I've only been shorting that, but looking at that, we've had a high of, wow, 152, 160 in that range, 164 at the end of the year in 2020. And now we're sitting at 15. So keep thinking, wow, I can't go any lower, and it keeps going lower. So I don't know if I'm trading Peloton or not. I just don't have any interest in junk. Disney on Wednesday, I'll be shorting Disney for sure. Wendy's, Yeti. Thursday, really, I don't see much going on there. And then Friday, nothing. So we have a few good trades we could probably put on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week. We'll see how the market goes. I'm leaning negative again. Still long commodities for now. Still going to keep my long bond positions. I don't have very many. It's just it's a strategic play, and we'll see. Really, no other bottom fishing right now. I'm not real confident we're at a bottom in this market. So that's where we are right now, and see you this week. Hopefully, join us.
Hello and welcome to Options Trading Pilot. This is your host, Guillermo, known as Proforma 24. Well, the markets are a little crazy. I think we've officially joined bear market area, and there's no new news. There's nothing happening. The only thing we can hope for is for the war to stop. And so that would be a big deal. So I still think we have a lot of liquidity in the markets, but it's not showing up. And it's a summertime, and summer is during a time, or at least we're entering vacation era time during the year. And guess what? And we're not seeing the general push up that we are used to seeing. That's worrisome. So let's do a quick review. As you're seeing, this is the 4-minute bars of the NQ. You can see that it had a really nice push up. And now we're going to test this bottom likely. It looks like there's a nice rejection that occurred here. I actually think we might get down to 13,303, and that's today. But then I anticipate a nice push up from here on out. Let's switch to the bigger screen. We get a better look. Here we go. So this is the daily bars. You can see how important this fib line became, and as long as we finish above the middle of this bar, the previous day's bar, which is right at 331, right, 300.31, that's a big deal. We need to close above this today, okay, so we can continue this push. If we can somehow move up, it'd be fantastic. Let's look at the weekly view. And the weekly view is not as hopeful, right? Because we are mid-channel. We are in a thin range. This is where, you know, buyers could show up and move. That's rare. You can see it's happened before right around here. So we perhaps can make this move, but knowing what I know and looking at this setup right now, I think we visit down here, 285 at this fib line. And then we're at 281 is value. So I do see more downside. Let's look at the SPY. SPY weekly bars, we're probably going to see something similar. Yep. Notice that this is the weekly bar similar, right? My TOS is dragging right now, but we can make do here. As you can see, again, it rejected that low of 396. We do need this to close above the midline from here. It looks like it's, I'm just going to eyeball it, 413. We're right on it. We need to close above that in order to continue this move forward. So basically, let's look at oil. Oil is now pushing up. You can see hit that high. We've been consolidating with a slight bullish move forward. It looks like we're at the fib line. Let's see. Yeah, we're close to that fib line. I don't know, kind of hard to tell here. I still think we move up. There's just too much trouble happening in the world. So I do think we'll move up. So we'll see what happens there. Let's see. Now, we are getting earnings on OXY tonight. The one thing that I would do, I would just buy some calls here on OXY. It's just one of those things that you can just take a lottery play on that. But the short of it is we're seeing some profit taken right now. I do think we bounce up, so we'll wait for the next key line to bounce up. OXY is just, you know, Warren Buffett bought a bunch of it. Oil's going up, commodities are going up. So it just favors to have really good numbers. Anyway, I'm keeping this short. Just wanted to get this video out. Remain bearish. Just be on the lookout for anytime things go up. You know, you buy those those puts, and go from there. All right. You guys like us, subscribe, come visit us, Options Trading Pilot. Come see our trades, come see our thoughts, learn how to trade.